Hey everyone, I'm Sana and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm back with another Plan With Me video for the month of August. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I post videos every Friday, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. So before I start this theme, I would like to apologize for my dumbness and actually forgetting to turn on the camera when I sat down to film. I'm glad I caught this in the nick of time, but all I did was draw 2 coffee mugs and a banner. I'm making the theme for friends, by the way, and I'd been meaning to do this for a while, and I took a small poll over on my community tabs on YouTube as well as my Instagram, and it was a really close battle between Friends theme and Moon theme, and Friends won just by a few votes. So that's what I decided to go with. I'm sure I don't need to introduce Friends to you guys, but just in case if you're not into comedy shows, Friends is the most popular sitcom and it's one of my favorite shows ever. It's available on Netflix and it's wildly popular, so I'm sure even if you haven't seen it, you must have heard about it. Anyways, getting back to the theme, I decided to make the cover page inspired by the Central Perk logo. It has 2 coffee cups and this elongated circle joining them and a banner right below it. I wrote "Oh my god, August" on it. "Oh my god" is one of the most annoyingly famous catchphrases by Janice, and I don't think this theme would feel complete if I missed that out. I used a red gel pen to write "Oh my god" on top of the banner, and for August I tried to mimic the font they have used in the Central Perk logo. I added some steam coming out of the coffee mugs and small 4-point stars and circles all around the whole composition. You guys know my obsession with 4-point stars, so yes, I had to include them, and I filled them in with a yellow Crayola Supertips marker. For the quote page, I decided to draw a turkey wearing green glasses and a red hat thingy. This is from that Thanksgiving episode where Monica wears a turkey over her head and tries to make Chandler feel better. I personally love this episode a lot because they show a lot of glimpses from the past and the whole turkey thing is extremely hilarious. And beside it, I wrote "How you doing?" This is Joey's catchphrase and it's incredibly memorable, especially the way he says it. I used red, yellow, and blue Crayola Supertips to recreate the feature colors of Friends in their own logo, and I made a few 4-point stars and dots all around the quote. For the calendar spread, I started out by writing August on the top left. Here, I tried to mimic the Friends font. It's a little bit uneven, so you kind of don't have to worry about it being perfect. I did, however, draw out a very rough shape with a pencil before inking it. Right below it, I used a purple marker to make a door-like structure where I will be writing my monthly events. This purple door is in significance to Monica and Rachel's apartment, and even though I couldn't color in the door because it would cause a lot of readability issues with the text later on, I feel like it's still giving the vibe I wanted it to give. So for the past 2 months, I've been trying something different with my calendar spreads. Initially, I'd been making a small list where I would write my monthly social media postings, but even though it's easier to write that in a list, it gets a little bit difficult when I'm planning and scheduling my posts, and I really wish to see it in a neater format. So here I've made a box layout for my calendar. I kept it 8 boxes in one row so I could fit this easily, and in these boxes I can have the monthly posts accessible at ease. Right below it, I made a content planner. This is more in a list form, and this is the place where I dump in my initial schedule. Last month, I experienced this type of list to be a little bit of a hassle later on, so this page is more of a test to see which type of planner helps me better, and moving forward, I can use that. Having a journal is all about trial and error, and it's really important to find a sweet spot that works for you, so don't be afraid to change things up. Anyways, this page is a bit more mechanical, so I do have very limited design elements, but I did squeeze in the signature picture frame that hangs in Monica and Rachel's apartment. I used that frame as a growth tracker, and I went back in and made a bunch of stars all around. Oh, and I did use colored lines for each social media in my content planner, but I ended up regretting that, but oh well, if you don't make mistakes, you don't grow. My next spread is my mood and habit tracker. I decided to change things up again and I used a style that I've used way back in March. I find these styles really fascinating to be honest, but I never give them a fair try, so this month I decided to really experiment with everything. I wrote mood in the same font on top and I made a vertical and horizontal line where I'm going to be charting my mood for the entire month. On the vertical axis, I'm going to make 5 different mood emoticons, and on the horizontal axis, we're going to have our days of the month. It's pretty straightforward. You simply mark your mood in respect to the day and you can connect the dots later on to get a neat little graph. For the design element on this page, I added a few umbrellas which is picked from the Friends intro. For the habit tracker, I decided to keep it simple and follow the style that I have been following already. I made 6 trackers, 3 on each page. I kept the box rounded and added an elongated banner for the name of the habit I want to track. I wrote with a red gel pen on top and proceeded to color in the umbrellas with the 3 colors that I have been using throughout. Of course, I added my little stars to make the page look a little bit more complete before I moved on to the next spread. The next spread I decided to make is the expense tracker. On the top, I wrote the one with all the expenses and I made a very simple table right below it with a date, description, and a plus and minus sign. I personally love how every single Friends episode starts with the one with the. I just find that really interesting. Anyways, below the table I made the Central Park brown couch and beside it I wrote, "I'll be there for you, said no bank account ever." After coloring in the couch and adding a few more stars, I moved on to the gratitude page. For my gratitude page, I changed up the layout very slightly. I decided to write gratitude in a vertical manner on the right side, and on the left I added 30 days, one for each gratitude. I know I say this in all my Plan With Me videos, but my gratitudes have been such a consistent spread for me, and to be honest, I love them so much. We as humans tend to get so negative, and I know I have the tendency to focus on the negative, but this spread really forces me to look for the positive light from the day. Anyways, I made a few umbrellas on the top and bottom of the page before moving on to the last spread of the month. So for my weekly spread, you guys know that I tend to keep one whole week on one page. So for this weekly, I changed the layout a little bit. I started off by making 2 flying papers on the left and proceeded to make 6 long rectangles. I made this in 2 sets, so I made 6 rectangles on top and 6 on the bottom. On the top, I wrote the one with all the work as a header, and on the bottom right, I made a small chalkboard. Now this chalkboard and the menu paper thing on the left are going to be my task list for the week. I've been trying out this task list for the week thing and it's actually quite convenient because Sometimes it gets a bit overwhelming and confusing, and I'm left with accomplishing nothing. So this has been a great way for me to narrow down things and get them done over the week. For the days of the week, I used red, yellow, and blue for the backgrounds, and I wrote the days of the weeks on top. And once I colored in the chalkboard, I made a few more stars and dots all over the page, and with that, my August plan with me came to an end. I really hope you guys enjoyed this theme. I had been sitting on this for a while because I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to see this theme in particular, but after the whole voting fiasco, I'm so glad I finally got to make this theme. I had a lot of fun making it, and my personal favorite spread is actually the cover spread. Do let me know in the comments down below your favorite spread, and leave a like, and don't forget to share it with your friends as well. If you happen to recreate this theme, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. I'm SanaRZB. I'm also over on Twitter and Facebook, so don't forget to hit me up on whatever social media platform you prefer. Thank you so much for watching. Please take very good care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!